Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Porter down here in Blue Hill Ave, where you can see this is where the construction plates used to be at. Let me show you real quick. There used to be some construction plates. They move them up every so often, so I guess they're kind of redoing what was already done over again. So the NWRA had dug a trench down this whole stretch, filled it in. Now it looks like Boston, I keep calling it Boston Gas. National Grid may be doing the same thing. So, and the roads are never even. So here is where all the plates start. All those metal plates that you hear all that noise throughout the night. And they go up a pretty good stretch. So let's walk the length of these plates here. Right now we're at the corner of Winthrop and Blue Hill Ave. But these plates go all the way up. So we're gonna kind of walk up there and see what's going on. If you guys are not too familiar with Winthrop Street. Some of y'all know where it's at, some of you may not. So all these cars roll over these plates. Some of the plates are just bouncing around. When the heavier trucks go over them, it leaves more of an impact. Got that sewer cap kind of sticking up above grade level, which is not good.
Fox 421. Are you back on that Dodge site?
You got some construction cones and barrels over there. Got some metal, small I-beam. See what they got going on up here. A lot of plates, a lot of metal plates. Got the building an extension on that house over there too. Some construction equipment in the middle of the road there. Well, I can't say in the middle of the road, on the side of the road, but taking up some of the road. So let's get to see what they have. A lot of I always question, is it safe for them to leave all this stuff on the side of the road like this? A lot of cars, you got some metal skits there. I don't know if those metal skits are to keep the plates from bouncing up and down, or who knows. Maybe they welded them together at one time and took them off.
Engine 42, 37, 14, and 22, ladder 26, and 4, rescue 2, car 9, a structure fire, 923 Parker Street, Jamaica Plain, engine 42, 37,
This we have.
and 22, ladder 26, and 4, rescue 2, car 9,
More.
a structure fire, 923 Parker Street, Jamaica Plain, nearest box 239,
Boston, keep calling Boston Gas, National Grid.
Number 923 Parker Street, Unit 528.
And there's a lot of construction debris down there too, equipment or whatever you want to call it, down that road there. Not too sure if National Grid has a special detail up here or what. But we get to walk up and see all the stuff they got going on up there. Yeah, National Grid, what they've been doing, they've been fixing a lot of gas leaks from the construction that they've been doing. So they're kind of like chasing the gas leak, basically. So they've been out here like almost 24 hours around the clock trying to fix gas leaks all over the city on this particular stretch right here. So guys will kind of get the idea what they're doing. They got their dig safe crew trying to mock out the lines now.
For number 923 Parker Street. All companies responding to box 2394. Channel 2 is the playground. Check 2 is the command channel. Engine 22 is the red. Engine 22.
This is called, you call 811 if you want to find out where gas pipes are buried. We'll walk further down where they have the all that construction in the middle of the road that kind of moves little by little.
Tower 10, go ahead into the box. We'll send somebody else to lock out. 10, you got that going to the box?
I don't know why they don't team up and kind of work as a team. So as soon as they open it up, they can come back and fix theirs before they have to close it back up again. That'll make more sense. Everybody should be on the same page, you know?
Ladder 23, a lockout. 545 Center Street. Jamaica Plains, ladder 23.
And if you ever come down Blue Hill Ave, you see these guys working. Sometimes they block off one side of the street so they can go in one direction. Sometimes they block off two sides. So it all depends on how they feel on the day.
Tower ladder 10, a structure fire. 923 Parker Street. Jamaica Plains, Tower ladder 10, a structure fire. 923 Parker Street. Jamaica
You guys
Plains,
playing chase the gas leak?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
2029.
Gotta chase the gas leak. So see all these dig safe marks. So it's kind of marking out where all the stuff is located, the water, the gas. So they gotta kind of find out what gas leaks these guys created and try to fix it before they create any more.
No, my right now, a couple stab on the slow leg.
So this is what we have up here.
Copy.
Some of these cars come flying through at nighttime, so you gotta be careful.
Greg, put me route to 7 Faulkner.
So,
45 and 56, copy.
so if when you get up here, this is pretty much the end of it.
435 sliding with 3447. Should be a person darting in and out of traffic.
The biggest problem they're gonna have is somebody's gonna come barreling through here and not notice this at all and run into one of this equipment over there.
Oil box 394, move in 1042, rescue
436.
Client.
Stand by. 102.
So they made it up to
Are you available?
I guess this is called East Cottage. Is this East Cottage or West Cottage? It's one of those.
11 Melbourne Street. Caller stating that his brother is attacking his mom. Out of control. 11 Melbourne.
So they made it up to this far. They'll probably make it up further during the day tomorrow. Everybody always asks who's the city councilor of Roxbury. You will never know who it is because they don't really do a lot of work in the city, but it's that person right there, Tanya Fernandez Anderson. I'll go over and get a better picture. A couple of people told me to try to reach out to her, and she kind of turned a blind ear to them, so I have to take it for what it's worth. Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, I told her I had some concerns, and she told me to speak to her, whatever he was, and all he did was take my number down but never called me, so that didn't do any good. So I don't know what angle they're trying to play, but you know, you go try to talk to them yourself and see what they do. They kind of smile in your face and run away from you when you have any concerns. And I can speak on that because I can speak on what I know. They know exactly who I am, so it's not like they don't know who I am. They pretend. I tell you what the politicians do in the city. They pretend that they care, and then they don't do anything about it. And they don't voice their concerns openly. They talk to you about it, and then that's the end of it. For example, I'm not going to say any names, but I guess they're trying to build a complex by Charlotte T Station over there. And some people say they voiced their concerns because there's no parking. They're going to build like a 72 occupancy and no parking whatsoever. And the train station is in deplorable condition. Hopefully, pretty soon I'll do a couple of videos over there. But they try to contact the mayor and a few other people in charge, like city councilors, and they all just act like they cared, but they just turn a blind eye, what they always do. So you guys just, if you doubt it, you go up there and talk to them and see what they say. Or they might talk to you, but they might not do anything about it. Put it that way. They definitely talk to you because they got to give you lip service. That's part of what they do. So he's gonna mark out all the electrical. Right now, that's electrical he's marking. You got enough work to keep you busy for the next 6 months, my man. Maybe more. That's all like Verizon manhole covers. Used to be the old New England Bell, but now they call it Verizon. Used to be 9X. It had a lot of names. It transferred a lot of names over the years. New England Telephone, New England Bell, 9X. A few other names I can't even remember.
Called the friend and they met. The friend met her at the plaza, and that's.
What are they gonna do with all this? What happens if somebody decides they want to start one of those things up and ride it down the street? Now, trust me, if you know how to start them up, you could start them up. So it's not stopping nobody from doing it. All right, guys, I'm headed up out of here. Might walk down that side street over there too. They have all the equipment over there, so you can see that too. Another Boston Gas. Keep calling it Boston Gas. I'm so used to calling it Boston Gas. It's National Grid, but I'm gonna call it I'm gonna call National Grid Boston Gas until there is no more National Grid, because for years I known it as Boston Gas, and it is what it is.
I have a residential alarm. If you guys can check it before you go out 2060 Fonts Road.
We're going over to that metal grate, probably.
What do we have for EMS?
No, you're going to pass over there, right? That line?
Copy. You got another unit that can clear up the slide in there. 11 Melbourne. Here, 35 over to Melbourne.
That's a lot of work, man.
That unit you were cut off.
It's not easy, man. You run out of paint and everything. It's not good. I'm not sure. I think they're trying to dig up what was already dug up and replace gas line where those guys messed up at.
Yeah, no, it's an emergency gas leak.
Yeah. Or that's every other day. There's emergency gas leak out here. I've been out here like several weeks and neighbors always complain about gas smell in the area.
Yeah, Boston sucks.
That's bad,
I
man.
don't know how you guys live in Boston.
It's not easy. You gotta be patient and deal with all the politics.
Ladder 14, car 11, a CO detector with
It's crazy, man. It gets worse too. This is probably the better part of it, but it gets worse. Oh, someone's getting kind of bad too, though. It's catching up. Oh, you're right. I agree with. It's not that bad. I hear you, my man. Take care now. Be safe.
447, Greg.
So, if you guys live in this area, every other night there's a emergency gas leak. Matter of fact, Yeah, every other day there's an emergency gas leak over here, so that's not surprising.
Copy that.
Sometimes you think these guys never go home because they're stationed out here so often. Watch out for the non-driving people out there too. There's some people that just speed up for no reason. So those guys you gotta definitely be careful about.
Copy. Area 436, I'm at 500 Geneva. I'm not seeing anything so far.
Those people that allow music like that, by the time they're 40, they probably cannot hear. Their eardrums are probably ruined and damaged. You know, once you damage your eardrums, you never can recover that. You might recover it with a hearing aid, but you never physically recover it. You guys have a 24-hour around-the-clock shift around here?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You guys never go home, man.
436, 435, you can disregard her. She's no longer on scene. Says she'll call back or go into the station in the morning.
So last time there was a gas leak right where that car's coming out of that little, right out of, what's that, Moreland Street, I believe it is?
Melbourne Center Street, the victim ran into traffic, hit by a car.
Somebody got hit by a car, wow.
PS, copy.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the city. I haven't been following that stuff yet, but there's a lot of stuff going on out there.
That car continued down Center Street towards Doda. I'm not sure if it stopped.
Any color?
I took a quick walk down here so you can see what's on Moreland Street as well.
It's pretty far away when it happened.
These are those things that they use to shore up the grounds. When you dig the hole, it prevents the trench from collapsing. These pieces here, and there's usually some cross members that keep it separated. Those are those things. I don't know if you guys caught that. There was a little rat that ran from underneath there. Kind of ran up in there somewhere. So in the next 6 months to a year, there's gonna be a lot of crazy stuff going on in the city. So you guys got to be as cautious, as patient as possible, because there's gonna be a lot. Why did it get?
Area 104 for that.
So I don't have my testers on me to see if that's live. I hope that's not live wire. But if it was, if it potentially could be, but why is it spooled on the ground like that in the first place? I know why it's up there, because they usually connect them from up above when the pole, well, they probably damaged the underground conduit. I should have brought my testers with me. Next time I come out, I should bring my testers to see if those wires are live. I'm not going to try to figure it out today. Next time I come up here, I'll bring a pair of testers and see.
Fire alarm, car 11.
Car 11.
All for the companies on Samuel.
But if they are live wires, that's not good. It should be no exposed wires anyway. Whether they're live or not, they should be on the ground like that. So I always assume that wires are alive. They even took away the curb. Who's gonna fix this curb after all this is said and done? They ripped up a whole lot of curb over here. Matter of fact, they ripped up the curb on the whole side over there. Interesting. They then damaged the sidewalk and the curbs. A lot of wood supports over there.
Harry 415, take me up on Melbourne Street, please.
Some metal plates over here.
15, Melbourne Center.
We got another support in the back of this car right here, so might as well show you guys that one too.
Command's terminated 445. Company's returning
904.
2043.
This is all the, that's how the short, that other one will look when you put it together. So that's how it looks with the bars installed, with the pins and everything installed there. Typically they pick that up with the bucket and they drop it into the hole. They kind of drop it down there so it kind of supports the walls from caving in. So there's no collapse. Even though you're in that hole, you're supposed to have your safety equipment on. Hey, what's up there? How you doing, man? That's gonna have to be fixed too.
Engine 8, a drug overdose.
The big old split in the
292
sidewalk.
Hanover Street, Boston.
That's not good.
Engine 8, a drug overdose. 292 Hanover Street, Boston. Nearest box 1221 Hanover and Parmenter Streets, 2044.
Let's see. I'm trying to. There we go.
Charlie 983.
Uneven
Charlie
service.
983.
Utility worker ahead.
Ma'am, I think you have a call on your board, 70 Hazelton, doing default.
Received, thank you.
A lot of equipment, a lot of heavy equipment left in the street. This is one of those, I guess you call it an excavator. There's so many different names you can call it. Some people call them bulldozers, some people call them excavators. This is probably one of the bigger sizes. That's one of the buckets that you can put on there. Another bucket that will go on the skid steer.
Medical, 285 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Roxbury. Engine 14, enter known medical, 285 Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, Roxbury. Nearest box 21574.
There's a lot of work going on up here. The next, probably throughout the whole year, because they got a project that's kind of behind schedule. And they're trying to play catch up, but they're probably not going to catch up to their deadline that they wanted to catch up to. And I think a lot of it is part of it, or a lot of it is separating the sewage water from the drain water. So they want to keep the raw sewage separate from the drain water. I'm not too sure how they're doing it in houses, because if your gutters, well, know what? They don't want your gutters to go down the drain. So what happens is your gutters are supposed to go out to the street, either out to the street or out to the lawn. They don't want that going down the sewage water. So if you have your downspout water going into your 4-inch drain, technically that's a no-no, and they want that corrected.
I'll try to get an ETA.
So I don't know how they're going to enforce that, but I guess they got people that are enforcing it. I know they were enforcing it about 5 years ago in some apartment complexes. So I'm not too sure they're going to start that back up again. What they were doing, they were putting a dye down the drain and see where it dumped out to. If it dumped out to the sewage, then you had to correct it. If it went down to the regular drainage, like the regular storm drain, then you'll be fine. But that's about it, guys. I'm gonna head up out of here. Just want to show you a little activity down here in Roxbury. Catch you guys on the next one.